All right, hello class. Here we are again. This time covering chapter 12. So for this discussion, we're asked, how can you apply power, influence, and politics to increase your effectiveness? Um, so first, start off with power. I guess with power, it could be either your position power, or, your expertise power, or legitimate power, any of those type of powers. Since they do fall under the power category, I do think that if you know how to apply them, obviously, they're going to work in your favor. Um, I guess with position power, you can become really effective with it as long as you know how to use it. So obviously, there's like that cliche saying that kind of says, with great power comes great responsibility. So this definitely, kind of ties into that. As long as you know how to use your power, effectively, then obviously it is going to work in your favor. Yeah, I think the next one, influence. So I guess for influence, kind of refers back more, to your personal traits, kind of you influencing the people around you, whether it be with your personality or, just the way you move. I think that, obviously as a leader, you're supposed to influence, people around you or your peers or even like your subordinates. So as long as you do a good job at influencing people with, whether it be your personality or kind of, your work style, I think it can work in your favor as well. Obviously being, more effective in your favor. And then the last one, politics. So obviously politics is a little bit more complex because, you have to, kind of form all the right connections, whether it be, in a workplace or any type of business or any type of group. Obviously a lot of people, they do think that, let's say the CEO of a company, or you have connections within a company, then obviously it is going to work in your favor just because you do have the right connections. I do think that as long as you kind of see politics in a more positive light, then it is a good thing. But there are also some negatives to politics when it comes to workplaces or workforces or groups. Um, Personally, I try not to be really political, or try not to get into the more political side of things. But sometimes in a lot of places you are kind of, at least if you want to advance, or even get promoted, you are gonna have to kind of look into politics and kind of make all the right connections and whatnot. So I definitely do think that politics does play, obviously a big role in how effective you are going to be in whether your job or any type of task you do. But yeah, I think that's it for this chapter. Thank you for your time.